Good morning, it's Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum and Ripple's XRP. We'll be having a look at the MACDs, the moving averages and the support and resistance levels. It is Monday, the 27th of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks here. Slightly bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a pullback through the pivot at 99.38. Support around its first major resistance level sitting at 10.201. Going to need to see broad-based crypto rally, however, to support a breakout from yesterday's high that was at 10.190 and which is now a major resistance level on the trend. Fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 96.86 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, should see Bitcoin avoid sub 9,500s and the second major support level, sitting at 94.23. Looking at the MACDs, we're seeing a narrowing of the bearish histograms, suggesting a possible move, and we're seeing a slight widening of the 50 EMA from the 100 and 200, suggesting another possible breakout. So avoiding the pivot and moving through to 10,100 levels through the morning will be key. Moving across to EOS against the dollar, slightly bullish start to the day. Going to need to see EOS move through the pivot at 73.88. Support around its first major resistance level sitting at 79.17. Going to need to see support from the broader market for EOS to break out through to 7.5s, however. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 66.34 into play. Barring an extended sell-off, should see EOS avoid sub 2.6. Got the second major support level sitting at 61.05 to limit any downside. Looking at the MACDs, we're seeing a possible bullish crossover with the narrowing of the bearish histograms. So that's suggestive of a breakout on the day, so keep an eye on the moving averages and that pivot level. Moving across to Ethereum against the dollar, slightly bullish start to the day tracking the broader market. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 310 to support a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 320.74. Barring a broad-based crypto rally on the day, that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 319.86 should limit any upside. Fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 301 into play. Barring an extended sell-off, should see Ethereum still well clear of the second major support level sitting at 291. Looking at the MACDs, seeing possible bullish crossover as well with a narrowing of the bearish histograms and a slight widening of the 50 moving average from the 100 and 200, suggestive of a possible breakout on the day. So avoiding the pivot will be key through the morning. Finally, having a look at Ripple's XRP against the dollar, tracking the broader market, slightly bullish start to the day as well. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot 21.78. Support a run on this first major resistance level sitting at 22.32. Going to need to see support from the broader market for a break back through to 22s, however. Failing to move through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 21 into play. Barring an extended sell-off, should see Ripple's XRP avoid sub 21s and the second major support level at 20.47. Nothing conclusive on the MACD or the EMAs in the early part of the day, so we are going to need to see Ripple's XRP break through that pivot at 21.78 to support a breakout following last week's gains.